Inquiries interpellation. Numéro 8.
Number 8.
Senator Ross, on debate.
Thank you. Honourable colleagues, I rise today at the end of National Tourism Week to speak to Senator Sorensen's inquiry calling the attention of the Senate to the nation-building value of tourism in Canada. Recently, she hosted members of Parliament and senators in the Tourism Caucus, where we heard from the President and CEO of Destination Canada, who told us tourism contributes $130 billion annually to the Canadian economy. Tourism includes 265,800 businesses in 5,000 communities, and that 1 in 10 jobs in Canada relies on tourism. Her speech in November touched on the impact of tourism from coast to coast to coast, in large cities and rural towns, from cultural festivals to local attractions. She asked us here in this chamber to highlight what tourism means in our communities, the landmarks, the businesses, the regional cultures. As you're aware, I hail from New Brunswick in Atlantic Canada, and you may be thinking, what's in New Brunswick? Why would I go there? Well, I'm going to tell you. Tourism isn't just about skiing in the mountains of the West or going to large events like the Calgary Stampede. It isn't just visiting large urban centres like Toronto or Montreal. In smaller provinces, tourism is often focused on local activities and outdoor experiences. Visitors choose New Brunswick for outdoor adventure. Activities like snowmobiling, hunting, fishing, and increasingly mountain biking, hiking, wellness, and cultural experiences. We have a proud and vibrant Acadian community from the North Shore and Acadian Peninsula to the southeast, whose history dates back hundreds of years. Many museums and historic sites bring the Acadians' history to life, while restaurants, music, arts, and other attractions provide a distinctly modern connection to the past. Tourists visit the Acadian Historical Village, Le Pays de la Seguin, the annual Festival Acadien de Caracat, and so many more places and events. The Bay of Fundy, where tides can rise an unbelievable 16 meters, with 160 billion tons of seawater going in and out of the bay twice a day. One of the most known sites, the Hopewell Rocks, lets you walk on the seafloor around giant sea-stack monoliths. From the lava spires on Grand Manan Island to the rocky shoreline of the Fundy Footpath and the sandy beaches of the Northumberland Strait, New Brunswick has beautiful coasts to explore outdoors. You can hike the Maritime's highest peak, you can swim in Canada's warmest salt water, you can downhill ski in the Appalachians, all in New Brunswick. There are also more than 15 First Nation communities, including Micmac and Wolastoqey, that have called the province home for thousands of years. In fact, New Brunswick has more Indigenous-named landmarks, rivers, and towns than any other Atlantic province. There are so many Indigenous cultural festivals throughout the year, including in my hometown of Fredericton, where I always enjoy attending the Sedunxus St. Mary's First Nation annual powwow in June. Fredericton is known as a historic riverside city boasting a vibrant art scene, the craft brewing capital of Atlantic Canada, 120 kilometers of walking trails, the world-renowned Beaverbrook Art Gallery, our annual Harvest Music Festival, which, incidentally, takes place this year, September 15th to 20th, and the lineup this year features acts like the Bare Naked Ladies, Graham Nash, The Beaches, Sloan, Drive-By Truckers, and many more great acts. Our historic Garrison District, complete with changing of the guard ceremonies daily in the summer months, and just a few steps away, King's Landing, an exceptional 19th century living history museum. All of this providing not only a beautiful place to live, but a wonderful place to visit. Colleagues, anytime you would like to visit, just let me know. Bringing it around to the economic impact, according to our provincial tourism strategy, in 2024, tourism contributed $2.5 billion to the New Brunswick economy and supported nearly 30,000 jobs across the province. It boosts exports, fuels small business growth, and brings energy to our regions and communities. More than 90% of New Brunswickers say tourism supports the provincial economy, and we take pride in showing off our home province. But ultimately, tourism is about people, and New Brunswickers help make our province a place worth visiting. Every friendly welcome, every local recommendation, and every moment of shared pride shapes how visitors experience our province. When we're proud to share where we come from, the pride becomes part of the story that visitors take with them. Merci, thank you, Woolly One.